Hi everyone, welcome back. This is part 2 of the tutorial of how I've made these cards. Okay, this part I'm going to be showing how I have frosted the certain areas of this card, as well as some snow, adding a nice border, and we're going to finish it off by placing on the card. So as well as embossing the border. That's, of course, that's what I've got to forget to do as well. Okay, so we're going to start off with just getting a skewer. You will need Aileen's glitter snow as well, so I'm using that. I have in front of me some nice white kind of very fine glitter, and you can pick these up at most stores, craft stores, or little news agencies sometimes may sell them. Cheapest Chips or the Reject Shop have them, so they do bring them out from time to time. So any little convenience store probably will have them as well. So just little white glitter, fine glitter as well for dusting to create the frosted scene, as well as any kind of embossing folder you may have. This is just a cheap one that I've got, and some stickles. Any stickles. I've got the crystal I'm using at the moment, and of course you'll need some nice cosmic shimmer as well, the cosmic shimmer glue, to help with sticking down the fine glitter. Okay, so we're getting on to the snow part. We're going to put some snow on this because we're going to make it look frosty and cold, kind of wintry look, even though it's not winter here in Australia, but we always associate Christmas, unfortunately, in some cases, to be cold, wintry and snowy, because most of the world is at this time cold, winter and snowy, and of course it's pretty, and everyone, well, you know how it is anyway. And in Australia we don't have snow in the summertime, and our Christmases are very hot, and yeah, flies and barbecues and sand and beach and you name it. So I'm just adding some snow on some areas of the poinsettia, just to make it where I think snow should look. So we're just adding some areas here. Doesn't have to be really fantastic, just you can be as tacky as you want it, because snow, you know, can be anywhere, as long as it looks kind of wintry and cold. Wouldn't that be lovely, having a nice cold winter, cold Christmas, sorry. That would be just lovely. Oh. Okay, so I'm putting some snow just a little bit here and there. Just adding it on some areas here. Oops, it's a bit much on that. I'm just adding it with the end of my skewer. I might add some over here on the tip of my bow of my gift in the middle. Just in there, some around here, just a little bit. Put a little bit on the bow at the top. Doesn't matter if it's a little bit on the card. I think it just makes it look a bit more wintry and snowy. Some on the edge of the bauble, just around here. Usually around the top section, I just add the snow. Maybe a little bit on the candy cane, just a tiny touch. Not a lot. Doesn't have to be perfect. Just adding dots here and there. A little bit here. A little bit there. Doesn't take for snow to settle, which is really good. It hardens very quickly. So that's really good. And like I said, you don't really have to be perfect in any way. I'm certainly not doing it perfect. I'm a pretty rough person, a rough crafter. I just add it where I think it looks good. Yeah. So I'm going to let this dry a little bit. I don't want to use the heat gun, because I start using the heat gun, I may melt the diamante crystals off the snowflakes, and I don't want to do that. So I'll put some in there. So you just add some glitter, some snow wherever you think you want to. I'm not adding it on the little elf here. I think that just kind of distracts it. Too much snow, I think it will be just way too much. So just a little bit here and there. Poinsettias, definitely on the poinsettias. Poinsettias look good with some snow on there. Just dabbing a little bit here and there. Some over here as well. So this isn't a very long tutorial, I hope. Not as long as the other one was. My first one was very choosy, as I had to choose all the images. So this one's going to be a little bit easier, hopefully. I'm not going to be too fussy with what I'm going to put on here. Normally I do. Okay, some over here, some snow there. Snow does take a little while to put on here. Just a little bit. Little touches of snow. Okay. I don't like putting a lot of snow on with a paintbrush. So much easier just dabbing it on with a skewer, I think. That's how I like to do it. This little poinsettia too needs some snow. Can't go undressed. It looks kind of naked on its own without the snow. Oh dear. Where am I coming from? No, I'm not going to go there. Okay. Okay, just a bit of snow on there. Just take it off the middle there. Put it on the middle there. We don't want it on the middle. Just a little bit. Put a bit there on the present, I think. Just in there. A little dab of snow in the middle of the poinsettia. Okay, over here too, I think. Just a little bit. Give it really snowy, make it really, really snowy looking. There we go. I think it's really pretty with snow. Well, I haven't done too badly from someone who doesn't have snow where I live, so I think I've done pretty good. Yeah. Okay, I think we had enough snow. Done enough with the snow. Okay, otherwise we'll be here forever and I won't stop doing the snow, and I'm doing it again, see? Okay, that's it. I'm not doing it anymore. We'll stop with the snow. Okay. Make sure I get it all off the stick. I don't want to waste this stuff. There we go. Alright, so we've got some snow on there. Now, excuse me, just going to have to wait that snow to wait for a little while to dry. So I'm going to move this over a little bit for now. And we'll do the frame border. Now this is a 2 centimeter round frame border. I've cut the middle section out because if you're anything like me, you know, metallic cardstock is not cheap. So using the whole thing is kind of a waste of the middle section. So I like to cut the border out and use that. That way I can use my middle section for something else. Okay, so we're taking an ordinary folder. This is an old folder. I used it for hot foil, so it's kind of melted in some parts. It's not crash hot because, you know, hot foil does heat up and the machine will, you know, kind of make it less embossing for cardstock. But it works okay on foil, so I'm going to use that. And I'm going to emboss my metallic cardstock, so I'll pop that in there where the printing is. Get my trusty little machine out. We're going to emboss the cardstock. So I'm going to get my pieces out for my machine. We're going to emboss this little baby right here. Hopefully we'll get it right this time. Okay, pop it on the top. Taking my plates. Just trying to get it ready to be embossed. There we go. Pop it through the machine. All together. Rolling on through. Right. So this should be embossed. See? It comes out like that. Isn't that lovely? Now I'm going to emboss the other side as well. So So it doesn't really matter. It will emboss. Even if I go over it, it won't matter. As long as it looks embossed, it's fine. It will crease it out and emboss again, so it's not so bad. Let's emboss it this side. Make it all nice and embossed. So we get that. The other side's embossed as well. Now I'm going to emboss the bottom bit. Pop it into the folder. Not really worried about it embossing over the top because it straightens it out and re-embosses it again. We're looking for the pattern at this time. We're not worried about how messy it looks because once it's on the cardstock, it blends in really well. See? It starts to blend in. You won't see the messy embossing at all. Again, this side, re-emboss it. I think embossing metallic cardstock is beautiful. So it makes sandwich it really well. Pop it through, doesn't matter. I'm not lining up my embossing folder in any way, shape or form. I'm just going to try and run it through as much as I can. Doesn't want to go through this time. Let's see, why not? Oh, I see. My embossing folder has just moved. Just a moment. It's just moved itself. There we go. Move it a bit more. Come on. There we go, Charlie. That's it. Okay, let's try again. Okay. There we go. Now it's moving. There we are. It's all embossed. So I'll get all this out of the way. We don't need this anymore now. Close up that part. Leave that out the way. Okay, done. Won't need that for now. So that's done. That's embossed. Now I'm going to next thing I'm going to be doing is taking the cardstock. Now this is going to be the base of my card. Now it's quite a big card, so prepare to be ready. This measures 15 by 17.5. That's how big it is. It is a very big piece of cardstock because my card front is going to be quite big, and that will go on top of that. That's how I'm going to be layering it. So let's stick this on, shall we? And my card front will go on the top. Some people like to do it underneath. If you want to do it underneath, you can, providing you have a proper edge around enough to fit the frame. In my case, I'm putting it on the top. You can make it 3D and stand up if you want to, but it'll be two-dimensional because you've had so much dimension on there already. So I'm going to glue this baby down. Tap, tap, tap. Again, I didn't fill this part up. I forgot about it. Okay, let's get this all the way around. Get in the corners. All the way around. Okay. Whoops. This is fun. I'm going to try and center it as much as I possibly can into that. It looks good. Centering it down, make sure I press it down, make sure it's all glued really well. I don't want to push too hard because I may push the embossing down, and I don't want to push the embossing down. So I'm just going to center it really well, make sure it's all glued down, ready for my card top. There we go. Using a bone folder at this time is not a good idea because you will push your embossing down and you don't want to ruin it. It's just such a pretty pattern. It looks very, very crispy. It really stands out actually. I like that pattern. So there it is. Okay, looks pretty equal to me. So that's going to be my card top. Now we're going to next prepare our Merry Christmas. Pick out our word. I think it's in here. Yep, there it is. And these are dies I purchased off of Ali about 4 years ago. and they came in a set of 4. I think they may still be available. I can't be too sure about that. Okay, so let's get that done. That out the way. Now we're going to cut Merry Christmas out with some metallic cardstock. So back with the cutting machine again. Opening that up. Take our Merry Christmas out the way. Right. Take our plates off. Oh, wrong plate. Where's my plate gone? Here it is. Found it. Okay. Using my metallic cardstock, I'm going to place my Merry Christmas on the top. Pop it on top of my plate. Right. Hopefully I've got it right. Yes. Okay, ready for cutting. And here we go. Cutting it all the way back, and that should be cut now. Potting this away. Let's go. Okay, there we have it. Should all be cut out quite well. Oops, stuck to the die there. And here is my Merry Christmas word, all beautifully cut. A little caught there. Try to get it out. Oops, there it is. Move that out of the way. And I'll pop this one out. Hopefully it will come out. Where did I put my paper tool? Now, I did have that thing here somewhere. Pokey tool, where did you go? Here it is. Found it, my pokey tool. Oops, come back. There's Merry Christmas there. Chip up, there we go. There it is there. So we have Merry and Christmas. So put these red dies away. Okay, that's Merry Christmas there. Now, I've cut out a strip of cardstock. It looks a bit rough, doesn't it? There. I don't know what the size of that cardstock is. Let's see. It's about just over 2 centimeters by 12. So that should be plenty to make the banner. So that's what we're currently doing now, is creating the banner. So I'm going to stick Merry Christmas across here. We'll take our Merry. There's our Merry word. I can't even pick it up. Oh, there we are. There it is. There's my Merry word. I'm going to stick my Merry down like that. Made a mess of this thing. Okay. Just dab a little bit because there's going to be too much glue on that. Being a small word, it'll get very messy. Popping Merry down. Oops. Making it as straight as possible. I've got it a bit crooked here. There we go. Merry. So we have our Merry down. Slightly crooked again. There we go. That's better. And our word Christmas, which has the S stuck into it. So where did my poker tool go again? There it is. Just poking out the S bits. Not quite yet. Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go. That's better. Gluing that part down. Right. And we're going to glue that one in. Make sure that's not too gluey. There. Christmas on the top. Across that there. Like so. So we've got Merry Christmas now glued on. There we go. That's better. Okay, so that's done. Now I'm going to shape my banner. So I'm taking my scissors. I'm going to shape my banner, so I might just cut this little bit here off and cut this piece here off. Cut the triangles to form the banner parts. Now, here we go. Cut that off. Cut that off. I've got my dog here starting to whine now. Okay. There. There. And here. There as well. So I've got my banner ready. Now I've done that, take all these pieces off. Watch out. There we go, boy. Out the way. Come on. Manny. It's my dog. Okay. And we're going to use our hot foiling pen again. Okay. Plug that in. Heat it up. Turning it on. Heating it up. And we're going to use the hot foil that I used before. I'm not going to waste it, so I'm going to use it again. I'm going to scratch that hot foil on the edge. Again, just like we did with the card as before. Like so. Just scratching it there. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just giving it a bit of scratchiness. Turn it around. Scratching the other side again. Scratching it down. Like so. Scratching it here as well. Scratching it in here. At the points of my banner. Scratch, scratch, scratch. Scratch here as well, on the point of the banner. There we go. And some more scratching here. Scratch, scratch, scratch. I might scratch a bit more on the top here. Okay, so it's scratched on there. Very scratchy. I won't need my pen anymore. Turning it off. Unplugging it. There we go. Now that's done. We're going to return back to our card top right here. And this is going to be the banner on top of that. Get these things out of the way. We don't need any of this anymore. Okay. Clears some things out of the way. We've got our lovely banner. Our banner is going to be sitting on the top, just across there. You can make it smaller, shorter, longer, doesn't matter. It's completely up to you. Before we put the banner on, we're going to do the white fine glitter. We're going to use some of this glitter glue or cosmic shimmer glue and placing a little bit on my poinsettia. Looks like it's blocked again. There we go. It's starting to come out. There we go. And I'm just going to dab it with my finger. I don't want to put a lot of it on because it will be sticky. But on the poinsettia, I might put a little bit here. Actually, there. A little bit here. A bit there. There. Some more on that poinsettia. Just add some glue on there. Whoops. Just on that side in there. And where else should I dab it? I'll pop it on the leaves, I think. Make it frosty looking, so we need some more in there. Really dab that in there. On the leaves, on these leaves as well. Some on these leaves. I might put it on the roses. So I'm just going to smoosh it everywhere. And on these leaves as well. So it's going to be very, very frosty looking. In there as well. So, okay, I've got it all on my leaves, on my flowers, my berries, on my roses, on that poinsettia, on that rose, and on the holly as well. So that's plenty. Now I'm going to get my trusty hot heating tool. So I'll grab that. I'm going to heat it up a little bit, so excuse the noise. I'm just heating it up for now. try and dry that glue up a little bit so it'll be nice and sticky. I need to have it really sticky for it to stick the glitter on it. And then it's enough. Okay, I'm also going to add some stickles first. Pop the stickles in the middle of that. In there. Where can I put these? Let's see. Another poinsettia needs some stickles. Yes, it does. I like stickles. I put stickles everywhere. Might put stickles in that rose. I think that rose needs a little bit of stickles. Okay, that's enough. I'm not putting any more stickles. That'll do. Okay, now I'll just get some cardstock because I don't want this glitter going everywhere, and I do want to pour it back in the bottle when I can. Okay, we're going to take the bottle out, and I can't get the lid out. Oh, there we go. There we have it. Some white fine glitter. I'm going to sprinkle it all over the place. This is really going to make the frosty look really, really frosty. It's going to be absolutely lovely. I love this stuff. Okay, where did I put it? Oh, this one here. And the poinsettia in the middle too. Okay, let's see. I do have other bottles, so it's okay. I can pull the stuff back in. It's lovely stuff. It really is pretty. Okay, so dab, 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 dab. Smush it around. Dab it on with my finger. Okay, now I'm going to pop it off, turn it upside down, tap, 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 tap. And look at that, really frosty looking. I might tap it a bit more. Okay, really nice frosty look. So that's that. Now, we're going to pop this on my card front. Nice and hard, that's snow. Okay, grab my card front. We're going to glue it down, so I'm going to take my glue. Tap, tap, tap. There we go. It's tapping out. Popping the glue on the corners. Make sure it's everywhere, because I really want to glue this down really well. I don't want it curling back up again or anything, even though I've made a mess of myself with my fingers. Okay. The pot's nearly gone now. Okay. All the way around. Done. Popping it onto the card edge, and it's stuck to my finger now. Okay, try and level it as much as I possibly can. It's looking pretty good, and I'm going to stick it down. There. There, and there. It will curl a little bit because I'm still trying to stick the whole thing down properly, because it's still quite warm from using the the heat gun. Still is quite warm on the card, and it's been so hot in here, everything just bubbles back up again. So I'm just going to stick this down. It's looking pretty good so far, I think. Looking pretty even, I'd say. There we go. Stick that down, stick this down, stick it down, stick, 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 stick. Okay. Getting there now. so hot in here, everything's starting to curl up, and it's very late at night here. So pushing it all down. I don't want to touch it too much because I don't want the glitter coming off my fingers again. And I tried so hard cleaning my fingers off with all the ink I did in the first video that yeah, I don't want to spoil the card with wet glue. Making sure it's all poshed down. Yep, all good. Looks pretty good now. Oh. Don't want to push the layers down either, because I start doing that, the layers will go flat, even though the cardstock underneath is quite hard. I don't want to bend my card. Well, there it is. It looks pretty good. Now, time for the banner. Easy peasy. So I'm going to look for my scissors, which I've lost again. It's gone flying. Oh, here we go. I'll use I don't really want to use those. I don't want to break them. Oh, here they are. Here's my scissors. Taking my chipboard piece. Move this over a bit more so you can see better. There we go. Chipboard piece. I'm going to cut these up. So I'm going to put them on the banner underneath. I'm going to raise that banner, so I think I might raise it, maybe 2-3 pieces of chipboard, I think. We'll see. Okay, we're going to glue it together. Now, where did my glue go? Oh, there we go, finishing the pot. Okay. That's one. Another piece here. Oops. 2. That's 2. So we'll see how that fits across in there. It fits quite nicely just across in there. That's how we're going to stick it in there. So I'm sticking my chipboard in there. Come on. There. And if you have time, if you really want to spend that little bit more time, is to paint the edge of your chipboard after you've glued it down in every little piece. But I don't have the time for that, honestly. It takes too long in my books. So now I'll do 3 more on this side. 3 more pieces. Let's have a look. I've got 1, 2, 3. Okay. So 3 more pieces of chipboard here. This banner. 1. Pop that on there. 2. Hopefully that's going to be enough to hold it down. Take my banner. Put some glue on there. Nice messy glue. I've got glue all over my fingers now. Okay, I think that's okay now. Making sure I've got Merry Christmas up the right way. That will help. And I'm going to glue that onto my card. So let's have a look. That's why I've put that in the corner, and it adds that little space, and I didn't put anything here, so that we can pop our banner across the top. Gluing our banner across the top of it, making, well, that's just sticking out a little bit. I might just cut that off if I can. There. Oh, it's sticking out a little bit, that's okay. And I'm putting the Merry Christmas banner right across that, in there, and pressing it down a little bit, holding it a little bit. It might be there. I think it got stuck. So it's Merry Christmas across the top, and that's another card done. And I didn't mind sticking it out. If I didn't want them to stick out, I'll just have to cut them shorter. In there. So it won't stick out so much. I might fix this up in this side. There we go. So there we have our Christmas banner and the card. And to top it all off, you can actually put some little gemstones or little tiny diamante scattered around like I've done in these cards, with little diamantes in there. Another diamante down here, another one down here, and you can scatter them around, and both cards have the same thing. So there you have it, the 3 Christmas cards using Shabby Art Boutique's images. I hope you like this tutorial. I hope this helps you a little bit. Sorry, it's a bit hard to see if my camera moved around, but yeah, the 3 cards. There you go, all done. Very easy to do. Layering, embossing, using glitter snow, or snow and some fine glitter, white fine glitter, as well as your diamante felt pieces for the snowflakes, and all the lovely little cutout pieces from Shabby Art Boutique. So that concludes my my part 2 of my tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you'll be able to go away and make your own using different kind of images, yeah, and develop your own techniques on how you can layer a lovely card. So there you go. Thanks for watching. Thank you so much. Do take care. Have a very, very Merry Christmas, and I'll see you back in the new year. God bless, and bye-bye. Thank you. Bye-bye.